Listen, you ever sit in a room and feel like you just barely avoided something horrible, like the universe hiccup? That's the quantum echo chamber brushing its greasy interdimensional lips against your timeline. Imagine a universe where every what if gets violently played out in real time. You didn't crash your car, cool somewhere else. You did, in your mirror self is gnawing on regret, like stale gum, that twitch you feel when you almost step in front of a bus. That's your mirror, you screaming across the veil because they didn't stop. This theory isn't about alternate timelines branching out politely like forks in a polite dinner party. No, this is a maelstrom of bitterness and unresolved trauma hurling itself across dimensions. Every mirrored world is just one sliding decision away, and every one of them wants, and you think déjà vu is cute. It's a warning, a ping, a coded error message that says you were here, you failed in some variations of the theory. The echo chamber isn't just reactive, it's vengeful. It remembers your sins. You lost your keys, mirror, you swallowed them on a dare. You ghosted your ex, mirror, you got married to them and now regrets every minute. The worst part, sometimes, just sometimes, the mirrors crack and you leak into each other. So next time you look in the mirror and feel wrong in your own skin, maybe it's not your reflection. You ever walk into an IKEA and forget why you came? That wasn't memory loss, that was dimensional drift. The theory here is stupidly simple and horrifically plausible. IKEA stores aren't stores, they're interdimensional testing grounds, and every showroom you pass is a timeline you didn't choose. Each display is a universe with its own laws. One has a couch that grows teeth, another has a lamp that whispers your dead grandmother's pet names, and don't even start on the minimalist kitchens. That's where time folds inward. You spend 3 hours trying to find the same sink again, only to emerge in a version of reality where cats run the postal service and nobody remembers cereal. Some physicists who were later institutionalized suggested the arrows on the floor are temporal restraints, soft cues designed to prevent you from wandering into a version of yourself that screams, when you blink, you're not shopping, you're being observed, monitored, measured by a pan-dimensional intelligence that wants to see what color throw pillows break you emotionally. You ever wonder why every IKEA has that one weird dark corner that no one cleans? That's the door, that's the out. And if you find it, don't walk through it. Just lie down on a mattress with a name you can't pronounce and accept that your bones belong to furniture now. You ever catch yourself in a reflection that doesn't quite snap back right? That's not bad lighting, that's desperation. According to the doppelgangers, our starving theory, every mirrored version of you is hungry not for food, but for continuity, for narrative, for your life. See, in their reality, they're incomplete, they're glitching through static-filled timelines that were never rendered fully. You know that feeling like something is watching you from behind a screen. That's them, your reflection, but slightly faster, slightly more confident, slightly more eager to crawl through the gap. The next time you blink, some versions don't even wait, they just slip in when you're asleep, borrow your skin like a rental suit, and try on your life to see if it fits better. You show up late to work and forget your own birthday. That's not forgetfulness, that's mirror you trying on your memories like they're clearance bin hoodies. And what happens to the real you? You become the new reflection, stuck in a cold sheet of glass, screaming in reverse, trapped, watching, whispering through the foggy surface. Every time the real you wipes the mirror. This theory exploded online after a guy live-streamed himself confronting his mirrored double, only for the reflection to smile. First, his account deleted itself the next morning. So, yeah, keep watching your reflection because it's watching you too, and it's not blinking. Let me ask you this, why don't you ever go down there, the basement, the attic, the crawl space that hums when the lights go out? It's probably just bad wiring, you tell yourself like an idiot. But what if it's not? What if that forgotten space is alive, pulsing with realities that hate being ignored? This theory says every structure has a Schrödinger room, a spatial paradox that exists only as long as you don't confirm what's inside it. Open the door, it's empty, close it again, and reality folds like wet origami. The mirror world breathes, it shifts, it builds itself out of everything you're afraid to imagine, and it watches from under the floorboards. Some believers say the mirror world isn't made of opposites, it's made of absences. Your childhood pet that disappeared, it's down there. Your first grade art project you swore you lost, there too. And it's all stitched into a version of your house where the windows are inside out and the calendar counts backwards. One Reddit post detailed a guy who finally opened the locked hatch in his old farmhouse only to find his own bedroom perfectly replicated down to the dust, except the bed was unmade and someone was sleeping in it. He hasn't posted since. You think basements are for storage, but they're not. They're holding pins for reflections that still remember what you buried. Okay, so imagine waking up tomorrow and left is right hot is cold smiles mean grief and gravity has performance anxiety that's not chaos, that's protocol. According to this theory, the entire universe runs on a Timera cosmic switch and when it hits zero, everything reverses, not just physics meaning itself. People who buy into the reversal protocol aren't theorists, they're preppers. They've memorized their own reflections. They train themselves to eat soup with forks and sleep standing up just in case. Why? Because they believe mirror world laws will one day override ours like a corrupted software patch. The scary part, they think it already started. Tiny anomalies, water flowing the wrong way down drains in the southern hemisphere, unexplained reversals of time in isolated lab results. A child in Minnesota who started speaking backwards Latin and couldn't stop. She claimed her mirror mother told her bedtime stories from the other side of the glass. Worse, there's a cult in Siberia that believes the reversal won't just affect laws of nature, it'll reverse identity, as in you will become the one thing you fear most. That's why their robes are sewn shut with mirrors on the inside to train the soul to withstand inversion. The final symptom, they say, ITLL hit right after the last palindrome date. The moment time itself says I'm tired of forward. You won't see it coming, you already did. You ever notice how mirrors crack weird like they're bleeding light instead of breaking? That's not just glass, that's an echo shattering. According to this theory, the mirror world isn't just a flipped version of ours, it's a holographic shadow, a fragile illusion that only survives because we believe in its symmetry, and once it starts collapsing, it collapses both ways. Reality folds like a bad poker hand, and both universes go kaboom like cosmic glass, shattering in two directions at once. Some quantum fetishists, you know the type, whiteboards in their kitchen haven't slept since 2011, claim that every reflection is your life in delayed collapse. The cracks in the glass are wrinkles in time, and once you notice them too late, it's already begun. That's the kicker. Awareness is the catalyst. The more you look, the closer the collapse gets. There are rumors, online forums long since wiped, that describe mirrored rooms where reflections show future injuries or scars that haven't happened yet. One guy said his reflection blinked while he stared, then mouthed the word run. That's when his mirror shattered and the lights in his house went out. No electrical issues, just dark and hay race. The real gut punch. The reflective collapse isn't global, it's personal, tailored to your psyche, your regrets, your unlived lives. When your mirrored world goes, you go with it. So next time you break a mirror, don't apologize, don't sweep it up, just run. In the beginning there was darkness in, then someone turned on the wrong light. That's where it lives, not the God you pray to in traffic jams, or when your Wi-Fi dies. This one doesn't listen, it reverses. Every act of love becomes entropy, every prayer comes back as tinnitus, every miracle feels like a joke with blood in its teeth. The photonegative God isn't made of light or energy, it's made of canceled emotion, a perfect God for a backwards world. It speaks in subtraction. When it walks, you feel more alone. When it laughs, you forget your mother's name. Its eyes are mirrors, but they don't reflect your body, they reflect your worst thoughts, the ones you pretend aren't there. When you're brushing your teeth, worshippers, yeah, they exist, you've probably walked past them. Their symbols are hidden in printer error codes, in reversed audio tracks, in the silence between numbers. They say if you draw its name in steam on your mirror 3 times, the photonegative God will show you your life's real shape, not what you are, but what you were supposed to become before joy. God, in the way some say this God was the first reflection, cursed to exist only in echoes. Others say it's the original, and we're the copies. That everything we do, very kindness, every hope ice, just a misaligned attempt to be something we were never supposed to be. Why does your reflection sometimes feel like it's staring first? Because it is. You ever have a moment where you swear this isn't how it was supposed to go? A phone call that never happened, a street you've walked 100 times, suddenly missing a building. That's not deja vu, that's a leak. That's evidence you're in the parallax prison. This theory says you slipped just a fraction, just enough to land in a nearly identical mirror reality, except here, everything's off by a breath. People still smile, but it never quite reaches their eyes. Your favorite food doesn't taste right. Songs sound one lyric too long. Your dog stares at you like you owe it an explanation, and maybe you do. They say the parallax prison doesn't have walls, it doesn't need them. The prison is continuity, a fake one. The world you're in isn't yours, and deep down you know it, but no one else sees the difference. And if you try to explain it, they'll look at you like you cracked, which you might have, because in this theory you can never go back. Oh, and the kicker, someone else took your place. Your original timeline isn't empty. It has a new you, and guess what they're doing better? They don't wake up anxious, their friends reply faster, their toast doesn't burn on one side. Sometimes you dream about that other you, but it's not a dream, it's visitation rights. And one day, if you stare into the mirror long enough, you'll see them wave, and they won't stop waving, and neither will you.